mistakes throughout the game against a good team. A couple turnovers offensively that hurt us. Any game against a good team, you can't have turnovers. I was very aggressive there at the end of the half on 4th and 1, going for it. It did not work out, and then, we had a delay a game going into that, and then after that, when they get the ball, penalties to give them the opportunity to get points. So instead of us getting points at the end, they get it. So that kind of turned things around. So we got to do a better job there, and so that's that.
Did you disappoint a little bit? It seemed like you guys had maybe been making some strides last few weeks. The games were pretty competitive. What changed today?
Yeah, it was just it's sloppy. You look at the whole thing. You have 10 penalties, 2 turnovers, some big plays were given up. We weren't very good on 3rd down offensively. That's where we had been better the past couple of weeks. What were we, 2 of something? I think it was 2 of 12, whatever. So that's never going to be good enough. So there's a lot of things. It was a sloppy game all around.
You guys feel like you had them ready, considering all those factors?
Yeah, we were ready. Yes.
That first drive, it was like 70 yards. I think it was maybe you ended up with 188. What changed after that? The fumble by DK.
Well, you have a fumble, and then you have 3 3-and-outs. And I think I'll say this: I think Tony Pollard did a great job running the football today. Very physical. It was blocked well up front, but then you have the couple 3-and-outs there, so you don't get as many touches. You like the way we're running the football there. So we got to be more consistent. That was a great start. If you look at our games, I think we've been doing a nice job starting the games with the drives offensively, but you can't have 3 3-and-outs. That really hurts.
Last week, Cam was able to kind of get some momentum going with some rollouts and throw it on the move, and also with his legs. Why wasn't there much of that involved?
Well, I think if you look at, like I just talked about, there's 4 3-and-outs during the game, so you can't get in rhythm there as you go. Your 11-play drive to start the game, and then obviously there was the turnover, and then 3 3-and-outs, and then we moved the ball down there at the end of the half to get an opportunity when we go for it in 4th and 1, and then after that, we didn't really get anything going. We finished the game on a couple downs going for it, and then.
It seemed like, too, that they just settled for a lot of short passes, check downs, and things like that, where they're just not open options down the field.
Yeah, I think they took certain things away. I think we missed a couple opportunities there. I think we dropped a couple balls throughout the game. So it was just, we got to do a better job all around. It was sloppy.
How frustrating are penalties, especially the ones that keep drives alive?
Yeah, that's critical. Penalties that get them points. I think there's 2 scores they have at the end of the half, and then the beginning of the second half. That penalties, extended drives, certain things like that, and you understand, when you got a kicker like that too, we can't have that.
You have more personal fouls than points. What do you think about the discipline part of the penalties, particularly after the whistle?
Yeah, we can't have those penalties. It's unacceptable. We can't be doing it. It's hard enough to win and to stop teams defensively and move the ball offensively. We've had the past couple of weeks, I'd say, way too many penalties.
Did you get an explanation from Julius about what kind of started that fight there?
No, I did not. No, I did not. I'll look it on tape and see what I do not know that.
In your experience, do you choose to discipline players after something like that happens, or do you kind of just let things take?
No, we'll look at it and see what happened. We'll go from there.
Mike, what happened at the end of the first half when you guys take the delay game, but you got all 3 timeouts on the board?
Well, that's unacceptable. I thought he was going to snap the ball. Thought he was going to snap it, and I've got to have more awareness myself too. So I got to call timeout if I see that. And there's been a couple of times, even last week, that exact same thing came up, and he snapped it right at the last second. So that's what I thought he was going to do, but that's on me. I can't let that happen. So I got to do a better job there and just call timeout. Even if it's at 1 second, 2 seconds, I don't think he's going to get it off. I got to do a better job there.
What was the thought process, Mike? I guess in the first drive, you get down to the 3 or close to 4th and 3. What did you balance there?
Yeah, we said if we got down there and the conversation was if it was 4th and 2, we were going for it. If it's 4th and 3, we're going to kick it the first drive, get points, and that's what we said before the play was even snapped, and that's what it was there. And then I was very aggressive going down there at the end of the half, saying it's 4th and 1 with the time that was left there, get the first down, call timeout if it's inbounds, and then take a couple shots, then just go for a touchdown. And that did not work. So that's on me. I made the decision and it did not work. So I take full responsibility for that.
Coach,
Was the play calling this week? Were you guys seeing something on tape during the week that caused you to throw more of the whole shots instead of attacking the middle of the field like you did the previous 2 weeks?
No, I think there's, you design a game plan, you put a game plan together, and you go execute it. And there's certain coverage that are going to be run that take you to maybe one of those whole shots or not. It may not be designed initially to throw that, but then all of a sudden they take a route away underneath or something, so you see it, you throw it. So you're going to go through a progression. I'm not going to say it's always this or that. It's defensively sometimes change your progression. You got to move on in the progression.
You feel like the players are completely interested in this game today?
Yes, they are.
What tells you that based on the effort?
Well, I know the players that we have and the type of people we have in that room. So I know they're going out there and playing.
You've talked a lot about inconsistency this season, and you talk a lot about knowing the players in the room. At this point in the year, at 1-11, what gives you the belief that this is inconsistency and it's not just who the team is and that these are what these players are capable of?
Well, I know what kind of players they are, what kind of people they are. They're true professionals. They come in and week out, work their tails off. They fight to the bitter end of every single game. And when I talk about the consistency part of that, that's the game of football. You want to, be more consistent. You always look at that, and you're making progress certain times, and then all of a sudden something comes up. You got to get out of that and continue to keep going.
Would you not say the results have been consistent, though?
Well, you're trying to win football games, and that's the most important thing. You're trying to go out there and win and play your best football, and we got to do a better job so we can win these games.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.
same stuff that's been happening the whole season, just self-inflicted wounds. Myself on the first 3 and out, I need to progress, throw right over the ball. Then the second one, probably just step up and run for it. So everything is just self-inflicted. It's been like that the whole year, and it was like that today.
I know there's a million things happening around you, but were you less comfortable today than you have been in previous weeks? You look like you were moving around a little more in the pocket out of necessity.
Nah, just how I felt the pocket at the time. I just think that's just something that I got to continue to harp on myself, get better at each and every day, and then just distribute the ball to my playmakers.
How frustrating, Cam, I guess, as a team, you guys have maybe made some strides in recent weeks, been competitive today, which seemed like a step back. How come you think it was?
I mean, I'm big on results, so win-loss is the only thing I care about. Strides, we haven't made any strides. We've got the same outcome for the last couple of weeks, so it's more about just winning a football game now. No matter how it gets done, whether one side of the ball is playing good and the other side isn't, or special teams wins the game for us, but it comes down to just winning games.
Do you think that team's today was as interested as it's been in other weeks? You guys have more personal fouls than points. Seemed like a lot of guys weren't that into it.
You saying us? Yeah. No, we into it every week. It's just the way, football goes. I mean, at the end of the day, the personal fouls, we had, the penalties, the bad plays that we had on offense, it all, supported the reason why we lost the game. And that's just something that unacceptable from just us as a organization, and that's just something that we got to improve on.
You guys have talked about some unacceptable stuff, and you just said like you don't necessarily see the improvement you want in wins or losses. So like, when does the unacceptable stuff get to be too much?
It's already too much, honestly. Throughout the whole year, from week 1 all the way to now, it's always been something in every game. Penalty, a self-inflicted wound by myself or someone else. And then it came to the result of us not winning the game. That's what happened today.
Did you sense more frustration in this one from the team than you had before?
I'm frustrated every time I lose a game. I mean, at the end of the day, I try to do, what I can, to help put the offense and the team, in the best situation to be successful. I didn't do that enough. And just as a whole, we just got to continue to come together as the last parts of the season, try to, pull some wins out.
You talk about things that keep happening. Why do you feel like that does keep happening? Because of the self-inflicted stuff.
Shit, that's a good question. I don't know why it keep happening. But the only thing that we can do is continue to harp on it until it doesn't happen. We got to continue to emphasize it, and we just got to, continue to pour into one each other. Because at the end of the day, it's only going to be us in that locker room. It's the only people who can physically go out there and make plays to win the game. And, we just got to, try to do that for the last couple of weeks.
It seemed like you guys settled for a lot of short passes, short of the sticks and things like that. Did they take the deeper chunk plays away, or just didn't have time to get it off? What was behind that?
A lot goes into it. Progression-wise, whether if the short throws the first read or not. There sometimes could be me having to move to the pocket and getting off a read. Then it could be just sometimes where it's scramble drill, and that's where I throw the ball. So really a lot goes into it. I just think we just got to continue to try to be more explosive. We got to find a way to get explosive plays and, just try to go from there.
First drive, Cam, did you try to make a case for going for it there on the 4th and 3 at the goal line there?
Yeah, we need to go for it, I believe. What do we have to lose?
Did you kind of make that point clear to Coach? Did you guys talk about it?
Oh, I talk about it really all the time. He knows my mindset as a quarterback. I want to go for it every chance, especially now with the, just what our record displays. And we just got to continue to be the aggressive team.
What did you say to Xavier before he got carted off, and how much you hate seeing him go off that way?
Just God's got him. He has a plan for all of us. And losing him, he's a real, key piece. Not just him being elevated, but just to the team, the energy he brings every day. And that's sad, to see that, when your homeboys to go out like that. But you see the guys who came over there and helped him up. You see the guys, just on the knee, on the sideline, praying for him. So we're gonna all continue to rally each other. But that's something that you never want to see.
What do you think led into the after the play stuff today? Some of the special teams scrums and then Arden's thing on the sideline. What do you think led into that?
Players being themselves. That's what we want. I support it. If they do it on the field, with the, late penalties, but, we got to be able to offensively to back them up and overcome those penalties. So at the end of the day, I'm always support my teammates. If that's how they feel in the moment, I'm going to be with them.
Thanks. In terms of the self-inflicted wounds continuing that you've mentioned, do you think there's anything the team or you specifically could do that is not being done internally or behind the scenes, a different way to address guys, or I don't know, if you speak up or hold some kind of meeting and address the players in a certain way?
No, I think no meeting or, could address that situation. It has to only be addressed on the field, and it's something that, starts in practice. It's something that we got to emphasize in practice. But, I mean, it's just unacceptable to be in the NFL and continue to, have these bad plays, from just all of us as a whole. And that's why, our record is what it is. But on the bright side, I mean, there's really nothing, that can get worse. We just got to continue to be better each and every day, and continue to pull each other along, try to get wins.
You're the most sacked quarterback in the league right now. How much is that starting to wear on you, maybe physically or mentally?
I live the life of a quarterback. I play the next play. I live the next day. I like to live my life one day at a time. So how I'm feeling, it really, doesn't bother me. Someone in the world has it a lot worse, than I have. So that's just how I put it in perspective. I'm very blessed. God's blessed me with the ability to do what I love for a living. Not a lot of people get the chance to say that. He's given me the ability to, play football. So, every time, whether I'm hurt, whether I'm sore, whether I'm healthy, I just try to, go play through him, play for my teammates as well.
Do you feel like all of the things that you're going through, do you feel like it's testing your strength, your faith, your love for football, your ability to keep going?
Oh, for sure. It's for sure testing it. But, to win, you got to lose. So, at the end of the day, just continue to get better. Try not to make the same mistakes each and every day. But, eventually the storm going to end. And, all of us in the locker room will remember all this moment. We'll remember the guys who was on the team of this year. And, we'll be excited for the future.
It's not often that a team gets 4 straight home games as you guys did this season. How disappointing is it to kind of go 0 during that 4-game stretch here at home?
It's very disappointing. The fans are a big reason why, we a lot of us play this game. The excitement they bring, the joy they bring, even the negativity they can bring, that's all part of the job. So, it's just hard for me to, not be able to do all I can do, to put my best performance, for the fans and, for the city. But that's just something that, we all got to go through together. At the end of the day, the storm going to end and everybody going to be on the bright side of it.
You've played 7 games with Mike and now 5 with Brian before that. What have these experiences with those two kind of taught you about what qualities you want in the next head coach as the team kind of turns toward that search?
I think really just the biggest thing that they both taught me is that you just got to have someone who's just a strong leader, within the locker room, outside the locker room. And both of those coaches, they did that for us. But they got to continue to connect with the players on all 3 phases, not just one side of the ball. Then we just want a coach who's going to come in and be himself, hold the team to the standard that he holds himself, and we all going to rally behind him.
Appreciate you, Cam.
Appreciate it.